Go out to these girls be online to the club in they same summer dress.
Dead ass.
Yep. They get crazy.
Go ahead, go.
Crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
She'll be in the line for 20 minutes
With no stockings
freezing her
on.
ass off.
Freezing her
Big ass
off.
male coat, but she just under that butt ass naked, just waiting to get in the club. Just waiting to get in the club.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you.
Shut up.
You know, like you see the if you see a girl, some hair sticking out, a big ass snorkel or whatever they wearing today,
Yeah.
you already know what time it is, man.
And if you see a bunkie
oh Lord,
floating, like she got a floating device under her bubble coat.
She carrying her book bag real low. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Sean Johnson, Head Steph, Sade Renee.
Namaste.
You tuned to another episode of the IC. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey guys.
¿Cómo
Hey
estás?
guys. What are you on, Telemundo?
Or the Japanese channel. Oh,
You guys are nuts.
what's on your mind, Sade?
Sade.
Right now.
Sade, say what you're right.
Why does it?
You can hold my eyes.
Now you made me
Like you owe me
something.
something. Nah, why do everybody ask me if I could sing? Because my name is Sade.
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 Is it the crime?
Yeah, that's all. I ain't gonna lie. You put a nigga like in a mellow ass mood. You want to lay
Yeah,
down.
that's one thing I do like about my name. Like when you hear songs, my name is always spoken in high regards.
Hey.
Like you always hear something nice. It's like somebody's either in love with Sade or they're fucking to her, or it's always something good. It's never nothing negative. Like
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
any other name, I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Trying to be doing her thing.
Yeah, I'm proud of my name. But what's on my mind is
Rainy days.
rainy days. You like rainy days?
I like them in certain situations. It kind of gives me like a nostalgic feeling, like being home from school type shit. Or if you like in the crib with shouting, time out. Yeah, all right. We time out. Just a little nice. You know, play the right music.
That's my song. You're a little lover boy over
Hey,
there.
man.
You're such a Pisces.
When I play music, it's
Back it up.
do the round.
Do the round.
Do the round. Oh yeah, the day was boom, boom,
That pussy, baby. That pussy, baby.
So it's cold outside again.
Yo,
It is. I got my sweater on. It's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got this. So my shorty, she like a cuddle lover. You know what I mean? She likes to be like in big ass.
Cuddle
She's
buddy?
small. She man small, so she like to be. You know how girls.
Yeah, we
sometimes
like
be.
tiny. We like
Yeah.
tight little spaces, and we like being curled up
Yeah,
like a
I
little
swear.
kitten.
Yo, I swear.
Like how,
I'm the
like
same
how
way.
cats like going in boxes.
Yes, I'm the same. I do
Just
that.
like that, bro. I swear to God.
I'm like,
That's
Get
how
out
she
that
is.
damn box.
So we had gotten each other for last year Christmas big ass blanket sweaters. And it was way too big for her because she's like 5 feet tall. So it's like
she's
never
tiny.
worked.
She's smaller than me.
Yeah, she's tiny. And
Nice. I'm not the tiniest person.
yeah, one night, so we just moved into a new apartment and kind of our clothes is everything's not organized yet, basically. And that shit happened to be in one of the boxes next to the bed. I got out, it was cold. And I threw that fucker on, bro. I was wearing that shit for like 3 weeks, my nigga.
I want one.
Going to the
Is
store.
it like a
Super
it's like a
fun-
Snuggie?
It's like somebody gives you a hug.
It's like a Snuggie.
Yeah.
I want
You
one.
wearing a hug, dog. It's like, I was going to wear it here, and I was like, let me not be too weird. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to
Yeah,
wear
I like
it
being
here.
wrapped up like a burrito.
Yo, that shit. I'm going to wear, next show, I'm going to wear that shit, bro. I swear to you. I'm gonna wear that.
I want one.
That shit is so comfy, bro. You ain't got to put no shirt, no nothing, bro. It's literally like, inside is cotton. It's
so
just-
you can be naked on there.
You could do whatever floats your boat.
Oh, that
you know
sounds
what I mean?
nice.
And another person can fit in that motherfucker with you too.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I ain't gonna let. Oh shit. Oh, you know what? Let me not say nothing else after that. It has multi purposes. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
We kind of stopped bringing up like trending topics and things like that, but I think it's interesting. I wake up this morning
Uh-huh.
and I see for Kanye's
Oh my God.
For Kanye's Yeezy Season 9.
White Lives Matter.
He got the White Lives Matter shit. What y'all think about that?
I'm just like, I'm to the point where it's just like, I don't know what to say about, like, I sometimes feel like I know what he's trying to do, but at the same time, it's just like, I feel like he's kind of exploiting touchy subjects. I don't know if his goal is to make people talk. I just don't know, man. Like, white lives do matter, but that's like, what is the reasoning for the statement, as opposed to what? And obviously, we know Black Lives Matter is the opposing argument, which is not supposed to be, but that's what everybody's making it. I don't know why. I don't know why he would do something like that. I don't. You kind of lose hairs or get grays trying to defend Kanye, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
What do you think, Sade?
I have no thoughts. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't get what he's trying to do. And I'm not going to try and make sense of it. I feel like he's a Gemini and they just love stirring shit up. They just love stirring shit up. Like, they love being in the mix and striking conversations. And I want to know what conversation he's trying to start with it. But I don't care. Like, it's like, you know how you just know that person? Like, I know they used to think this about me. It's like, oh, that bitch crazy. So it was like, literally, I could do whatever the hell I wanted. And that was just always the fucking conclusion. It's like, that bitch crazy. Like, that's how I feel about him. It's like, he's just at the point where he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. So it's like, to try and make sense of it, to try and ask him questions about it, to try to figure it out, you're never gonna fucking know.
That's exactly.
So it's
what
like,
I'm saying,
whatever. Like, he just loves just being, and I get it because I'm oppositional. I think he's just being like oppositional. He's just stirring the pot.
The thing is that like that kind of like, so that interview you was watching with last episode, we watched the Kanye interview. And the main thing I saw in that interview, besides the content of what he was saying, is he seemed so much more in control and composed. And then the next week he does things like this. So it's like, for me, I feel like bipolar. I could be bipolar, but I don't think I think this is, I think it's calculated. I don't think, I'm not devaluing his mental condition or anything.
It probably is calculated.
But I
it's
do
very
think
calculated.
it's calculated.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to spark a conversation. And I wouldn't even say relevant, because he's the richest black man in fucking America. So it's not about relevancy. I don't know what the agenda is.
But it's like he's constantly trying to like stay in the forefront of the conversation. He's like trying to strike the conversation.
Could be. I don't know what it is.
It's like, the people that are just agitators and they just got something on their chest, so they do some shit so they can talk about it. I feel like he's so good at being relevant. Yeah. He does it. He's mastered. Now he's like manipulating media, like a toxic relationship. He's a toxic relationship. Yeah. He's in a toxic relationship with the media. Yeah. He's like the girl that just presses his buttons. Like, like, well, I'm going to go out with my friends. Yeah. Which friends? Yeah. My friend from work. Yeah. She ain't going nowhere. Yeah. But he's an agitator. They're just trying to start some shit. Trying to start some shit. And it's just like, I feel like, I personally believe, like, if you feed something like that, that's what keeps it alive. You know what I think he would try I just don't feed it. Yeah. I just don't feed it. It's like, don't feed the fears, don't feed the fire, don't fuel the fire. But it works every time.
It does. I think people are catching on. Because it gets the people going. I think it's people are catching on. I also think like what a good excuse for that would be is like, oh, I'm just trying to acknowledge that white lives matter so they can acknowledge like black lives matter. I feel like that's the type of like fucking bullshit we're gonna get after. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can spin it. You're gonna go crazy trying to spin it whatever way you're trying to like figure him out. Unite people. If they see me wearing this, then maybe they'll start to accept I don't know, man. And then niggas gonna be like, word, deep Kanye.
I was watching Virgil Abloh has a website where he put up right before he died, and it's to teach you how to build your own clothing company. and it's all the interviews that inspired him, and it's all he gives you a process, step by step type of thing, and like it kind of like grooms you to think in a certain fashion.
Okay.
And I noticed like Kanye and his whole camp, they're oppositional thinkers.
Yeah.
To the max.
Yeah.
Like if everybody's blue,
we're green. We're orange.
OD.
Yeah. I can.
That's what I said. I'm like that. So it's like I kind of get that vibe from him. Like everybody's saying Black Lives Matter, so I'm gonna go the opposite way. And let's see where it goes. Like,
even look at his fashion and look what he did for fashion and the music. When he came out, everybody was gangster. He came in with the tight jeans and the pink polo. Yeah. It's like he created a whole career being oppositional, and he's like, I'm gonna just stick to my guns and be oppositional.
He's a contrarian.
Yeah.
That's cool. But it's kind of exhausting when it's excessive, and I feel like at this point I don't care enough to like even.
That's what I said.
I like I appreciate the things he's pioneered, the contributions he's done for, I guess, the culture. I love his music. He's a genius, musical genius, maybe a fashion genius as well. But I at some point, I feel like I don't know. You just gotta get bored. You ever like?
Yes, I'm over it.
Yeah, like it's like when somebody
overwhelming
like runs
to the
the
point.
same joke.
It's overwhelming to the point where you're just like, okay,
you're doing this for like, you know what I mean? It's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, my nigga, I know what you're doing, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I said. I feel like it's really just a matter of feeding it or not. It's like. It works because everybody's so trigger happy and people's like, oh, what do you mean by that? Yeah. And it's like, to me, it's like, I don't really care. I don't really care. He's always saying some shit. It's like, oh, what? It's like, now what? You know, like, whatever. Kanye. I feel like you give somebody so much power. He just do whatever the fuck he wants. And he's just saying whatever he wants. And he's just looking for people to join him.
I think once we get to this, I don't know if it's the age. I think it's the age. I think once I got to this age, I kind of like, so like, let's go back 2016, 2015. I was like 27, 26, I think.
Your Saturn return.
Yeah. I used to be like a social justice warrior. A Kaepernick situation was happening. I had my Facebook was a very interesting place because I was in the military. I was a rapper. I was into some rough business as a kid, and living in Rochelle was like a melting pot of all classes. So my Facebook, for me personally, is very diverse. It's in all walks of life. So I have people from like down south, white, redneck, whatever Mexican. I speak Spanish also, so that's another group of people. Like, you know, just the whole bunch of cultures like. With melting pot on my Facebook page, and we would have debates, and I would go hard and like
I was the same way
and have all these things, and I would say, and then I got to the point, I don't know when it happened, where it was just like I realized people are not trying to listen to each other; they're just trying to like
argue
win. It's like a scoreboard, an imaginary scoreboard up there. So, with that being said, I kind of got to the point where like I no longer try to debate people anymore. I casually and occasionally just. You know what some people put in the comments, they put the popcorn emoji just here for the comment. That's what I do. I just watch.
That's how
see the valid points, because somebody, we're all not everybody. There's a lot of rational thinking people in the world. I would like to think, and I think we're all gonna fucking come across the same points in the argument. So what's the point of me even saying it? Like, what's the point of me even...
Somebody else is going to say it.
Somebody will say it. Somebody will get it. And none of these motherfuckers are going to gain anything through this conversation.
Right.
Because nobody's trying to listen to each other. So I'm done. Like, I got to the point where I do not care about a lot of things. And sorry to go on that rant.
No, I honestly feel like I'm just... the world is like in chaos. And it's just like... everything that can happen is going to happen right now. And I feel like I'm an observer. Like, I feel like things are just happening. And then it's like, oh, that's happening. Oh, that's happening. And like, I was like you, like I call it the lion phase, where it's just like, I wanted to combat and I wanted to change people's minds because I had worked on myself and I started to see things and I was like, how do you not see this? And I wanted to argue. I'm a debater. Like, I'll debate you into the ground. And I'm like, I read a lot and I know a lot. So it's like, I always kind of, well, at that point in my life, it was just like, I was doing the same thing. Like, all my posts were like, fighting Columbus Day and like just spewing all this stuff. And it was like, nobody cares. Everybody only cares about what they think. Yeah. And unless somebody's open and willing to learn, nobody's gonna, like, nobody, there's only probably like 3, 5, maybe 10 people out of the hundreds and thousands of people that are on my page are gonna actually give a fuck. Like, nobody cares.
And that's the truth. I honestly, like, as much as I don't really entertain a lot of argument, which is kind of contradicting to myself because I'm really into like high intellect debates, intellectual debates. So I've been watching like debates of that nature. But
debates and arguments are very different.
Yeah, they're very different. They are very different. But those are the like, I actually enjoy watching an intellectual debate. Like, for instance, the whole like, there was a debate talking about like the problem with religion or moral arguments is because one person can be like, I'm going to kill everybody in here because God told me to. And another person can be like, I'm going to stop you from killing anybody because God told me to. Who's wrong? Who's right?
So it's the moral, the moral and ethics. Yeah. And that differs depending on the religion, the culture, the community you're in.
Exactly. So that
we may never agree.
Yeah, we're never going to agree and nobody's wrong. That's the crazy part.
Making your point is the point of the debate. Like, it's like, I stand behind this concept and this idea on similar topics. And it's just like, we're just both debating our points. Yeah. But arguing is just like, I think this and I feel this and I feel that. And you're doing the same thing. And we never get to a like happy middle.
I honestly have come to the point where I hate the phrase, I feel. I cannot stand, like, when somebody tells me I feel, if we're talking about something that's pretty much factual, I just don't want to talk to them anymore. I don't care about how you feel about 2 + 2 being 4, dogs. It is what it is. Like, I feel it should not be the premise of an argument.
But there's gray areas.
There are a lot of gray areas.
Yeah, there's gray areas.
There are a lot of gray areas.
Sometimes the truth is the truth, and then there's a gray area on like how you feel about the truth.
And
are you talking about a fact? Because the truth can be anybody's truth is different based on their experience. But a fact is a fact is a fact is a fact. Exactly. It doesn't matter where you look, it's a fact.
It's a fact. Those are
a truth is, this was my experience, so this is what I saw, so this is how I see it. A fact is like you said, 2 + 2 is 4. Well, I feel like 2 + 2 could be that. That's a truth.
Exactly.
Based off of your experience, this is what you feel like it should be. But the fact remains that 2 + 2 = 4.
People have a big problem with opinions and facts, differentiating the two of them. And that's what I find to be like, it's, I don't know, man. Like, I want to be sympathetic to a lot of people. Pretty much, I just want to be. I'm empathetic. I would like to think I try to be a positive person. I want everybody to have, like, you know, their own. Like, they should be respected, loved, and, you know, I want that. But when it comes to like demanding opinions to be as facts, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know where we're heading, bro. And it's just like, I know we always talk about this pendulum swinging back and forth and all that.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like an observer because it's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Let the world do what it does. Yeah, it's like nature knows what to do. The earth knows what to do to heal itself. Yeah. It's people that are fucked up.
I think some things can't be translated into fact. Like, when we talk about the topic, the debate about like Black people and police brutality, and when they talk about, they look at statistics and they're like, you know what I mean? They're like, oh well, it looks like more white people are on welfare, or it looks like more white people are getting abused by the cops or
I get
you know,
those right there I hear, but that's what I think that is micro versus macro. When you look at things on a macro scale, it's very easy to be like, oh, well, that doesn't happen a lot. But if you look at it on a micro scale, like, okay, say if it's just 100 people that are going through this, they're still going through it. And on top of that, the very reason that they say it's happening most likely could be that.
So why isn't it possible that two things can exist at the same time?
Two opposing things.
Two opposing things can exist at the same time.
Such as? Give me an
like,
example.
if you're thinking about nothing, you're still thinking about something. Like they still exist. It's like the poles are the poles because they're the poles. So it's like one has to exist for the other to exist.
Yeah, I think that's
someone like, okay, you say, oh, all the black kids in this school do this, but what if there's only 2 black kids in the school? So it's
I think that's how they manipulate it all the time.
And that's why I'm saying, like, to be an observer and to kind of like, if me personally, it's like if it's brought to me and it affects me personally, then I will think about it and I will address it. If it doesn't, it's like it just is, and I might have an opinion about it, but I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like life is really a personal thing. Like your opinions and your experience is a personal thing. Not everyone's going to agree with it. It's like I say opinions are like buttholes. Not everybody wants to see it. You know, it's like sometimes you just got to keep that shit to yourself. And right now, it's just like everybody just wants to be heard and wants their side to be seen. But that doesn't mean that people are going to agree with it because that's not their experience. So the two can exist. If your experience is different from mine, but this is my experiences, both of these experiences exist, but they're not the same.
Yeah.
We're like having two like what you said about the religion. Like somebody can argue for their religion and that's their experience. So that exists. And I can argue for someone else can argue for another religion. That's their experience. So it still exists. But that doesn't mean like anyone's right or wrong. I feel like the whole right wrong thing is where it kind of like loses.
Everybody's on a team.
I'm on team self.
It's like
and team humanity.
Like, we're all teams. Everybody's on right wing, left wing, LGBTQ. Excuse me if I forgot any letters. Red pill, fucking conservative, progressive. I just feel like I don't know, man.
I get what you're saying. The best superheroes are vigilantes.
Yeah,
you know.
And I feel like that's like somebody needs to be okay with being on the outside. Like I don't give a fuck if any of y'all groups like me. I'm sorry to be honest with you. Like if I'm trying to get down to the root of problems. Like if we have a problem or a debate, like let's peel shit back instead of fucking hanging on to like these tribe-like mentalities. Like I've been trying so hard, like for the last couple months, just to keep looking for content and information that oppose my beliefs, and just to see like what makes people think the way they do, or do they actually have a point? And it's like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that have valid concerns. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't feel like there is an answer though. I feel like it's just like you said, it is what it is, and people will. I think everybody's just trying to figure it out, and I think, like I said, that there's only people who belong in groups because there's someone on the outside who thinks differently.
Yeah,
like it's what makes the world go round is thought. Like we can only progress if we explore every facet of being human. Like the paradox of being human is just like what may work for me may not work for you. What may be my experience may not be your experience, but we're still here having a human experience. And that's what matters. Is like when we don't have tolerance and we project our thoughts, opinions, experiences on others, then it becomes a problem. It's like we keep trying to force other people to see what we see when they never will. They may never will. Like I feel like it's like I said, life is a personal journey. Not everybody's gonna join you. Not everybody's meant to understand you. Yeah. And someone told me like life doesn't owe you understanding.
They don't. Well, everybody start fucking. Nah.
Did you?
I feel like I know that was random, but I just feel like that's it. Like, if Kanye just jump in, what if we all take our fucking phones off and start fucking? Will everybody start fucking?
No, there's gonna be some people who are gonna be like, ew, they're nasty.
Yeah, fuck later.
Whatever.
Oh man.
Yo, everybody's watching this Jeffrey Dahmer thing, right?
I saw it. My shorty was watching it.
Everybody's like hooked on it. I don't like the fact that they're glorifying like this serial killer, and like years later, you know, the 80s is about to be like 50 years. It's like 40 something years ago, and it's like he's like a living legend, like a serial killer rock star in everybody's eyes, and it's like you gotta remember, like a lot of times these kids will do these like these people do these like school shootings and things like that, and they write like a manifesto, and it's like, oh, I'll be
my mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my mark, and I'm gonna live forever. I think we should stop glorifying and stop televising these people.
So then, should we stop glorifying rappers?
I don't think that's the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Why isn't
Hold on. Let me say something real quick. I don't fully blame society for that. I blame the writer of that story. That motherfucker humanized Jeffrey Dahmer so much. Like I can see. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched a couple of his murders and when he got to jail. His experience in jail, it's kind of like you felt bad for him. And that was all a writing scheme. Like from somebody that studied fucking film and shit, like, you know, the way they did that shit is they humanized him. They forced you to feel bad for him. It's like, that's not the real Jeffrey Dahmer. That's an actor. This is a story they wrote. This is something they created they definitely
manipulated the story.
They manipulated that shit so much, and I'm like, y'all niggas is cold for this one. Like, there's 17
We're
families
in America,
that lost their family, somebody, a loved one, brutally to some heinous shit that does not happen. Like, and this is not. He mutilated them, killed them by like sometimes made them zombies by putting acid in the back of their heads, ate them, sexually assaulted their body, their carcasses.
Bodies,
like. This is not something you should write. They had a responsibility and they failed. They failed miserably.
Well, I think we're in America. Like, I feel like we glorify killers all the time, and we just don't know enough about them to realize what we're doing. And it just was a story, and I feel like if you glorified it and you just took it as like he's some kind of like hero, or just like people were writing letters to him in jail, like he got a lot of family, and I feel like if you're that kind of person, then I'm just gonna stay away from you, because it's just like I saw it and it was just like really sad. It was a really sad story. I felt bad for him.
I felt bad for the family.
I felt bad for the families, and it's just like I think like the stories, like you see what creates people like that. And I like I said before, I study I love like cognition, behaviors, science. I'm like really heavy into psychology. And it's just like what makes people think to behave and do, like what drives that. And that's more of how I watched it. I didn't watch it as like, because I was really into it. Like I watched the whole thing and I was just like, what the fuck is going on in his head? And I think when they showed, like you said, they humanized him and they showed the parts of like where his dad showed him, what his mom went through. You kind of like start to see like, okay, was he created or was he innately like that? Like that whole argument or debate of nature versus nurture. It's like, is this who this man was biologically? And that's how I looked at it. Like I feel like it's really about your mindset and how you look at it. And if you saw it as like some glorified story about a killer, then that's probably your perspective of it. But that's not how I saw it.
I just feel like people. Go ahead.
I see it as like he's like a terrorist, honestly.
Indeed,
and he was a terrorist. Absolutely.
If we like these two situations are completely different, but we don't know the names of the motherfuckers who crashed into the Twin Towers. We don't need to know their names.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, we know what they did, and like it was just terrible. And we'll never forget. You know what I mean? A lot of people died, you know, and it's like, why are we glorifying? That's like glorifying the nigga who crashed into those buildings, or like glorifying. And I understand, like,
but we have Christopher Columbus Day. Like, come on now. That, like, I feel like that this is an American thing that they do. Like, we have a whole day
I think
dedicated.
That's a little different though.
How is it different?
Because that story was told as a lie. Like we weren't.
I understand that, but we're
that.
still like, once we know the truth of it is that he fucking I don't know where I'm from because of that man.
Yeah,
yet there's a day for him.
But I don't think society as a whole is saying that there should be a day. I feel like I hear a lot of people saying
now.
Yes, because of knowledge.
Now, because we know the truth, but it's just like.
But Jeffrey Dahmer never had a good reputation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's an American thing to like put someone who's not the greatest person or the greatest example on this platter to make him seem appeasable. Like, it's like he's human. He's a person. Like. He's just like you. No, the fuck he's not. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's an American thing to kind of like put certain men or people on a pedestal for us to like look at and idolize.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with you, but also I think just a little bit. I don't want to come down on anybody. I'm not trying to attack, but I do think it has something to do with a lot of women as well. Like the whole obsession with like vampire. Remember when Twilight came out? Everybody loved the fucking vampires. Then that show where the guy was like a murderer and
psychopath, the stalker.
What is it with women that like there's so many women I know that fucking like have like a sexual fetish with Michael Myers.
Ew,
it's
really?
like weird, like murderish, creepy shit that.
Oh, like kink, like the
it's
nasty,
like a
weird
kink almost. Yeah, I've seen a lot. Like, I don't know. There's probably dudes out there glorifying him as well, but most of the people I've seen on TikTok, you know, any type of content,
there's
women. It's just like they got like fucking stills of him, like, and putting music behind it. I'm like, are y'all sexualizing the nigga that is eating men, killing it? Like, it's just, what is that thing that women like see a bad guy and it's like, how bad can he be? Like, how bad are you? Ooh, that's bad. I like that. Like, what is that? What the fuck? Like, when you see a girl that's like murdering men, oh, that bitch crazy. I don't want no problems with that bitch. I don't want nothing to do with her. Right. I don't see like a woman like let's say like it's hypothetically, let's just make this female surgeon that collects hearts and says that the bodies die. Let's just no tingle in the dick. I don't understand. Like, what is what about that makes?
I'm not good for. I don't really see that. I don't really see. I see a lot of women. They like crime stories. Yeah, and they like their TikTok. Her ears were cut off.
Yeah.
Her legs were cut off.
They love that shit, though.
They love that shit. But it's like I don't see them like sexualizing the guy
you never. I'm about to say you never seen those memes of like the there's one of Michael Myers like dancing, and he's like coming down the stairs. And then it's just like I get what he's saying. Like,
there's a lot.
It's like this because I know people like that. I have friends who are like that. Like, they fetishize these killers or these scary. Well, that's not. He wasn't a killer.
He wasn't a killer, but he was beating these bitches. Though.
No. Do you not know what BDSM is?
I mean, yeah, but I thought
it's about doms and subs, and that he was not a bad guy in any way.
So I may be wrong about that.
Yeah, like I read the books. Okay. I didn't really watch the movies. Like, I got my own kinks. Okay. However, BDSM is not the same as being like tortured and killed, but being sexually attracted by your killer.
Yeah, what is?
Because that's what it is.
You've seen that?
I see. Yeah. I definitely like.
Do you can you give any insight on why that is a thing?
I don't know. It's like, Stockholm syndrome exists, and that's like when you fall in love with your captor.
Yeah, but who killed
But I think it may be like a shadow side to women, like a shadow side of women, like, because you don't really see a lot of women who play these roles. You don't really see like serial killer women. You don't really see a woman version of Michael Myers. So I think it's like possibly like women with these same tendencies. They just don't act out on them.
That's a little scary.
I don't know. Like I'm trying to like I'm trying to make sense of like why would somebody like hyper sexualize or fantasize about
a murderer
or somebody who kills, and I think it's just like a shadow aspect, because I know like I know they like people will kind of probably say that about me. Like if I wasn't such a kind, empathetic, and I didn't feel so deeply, I might be.
Let me find out, Sade.
No, like I know it's funny because I was just talking to my mom about this earlier, and I was like, I feel very, very, very deeply, right? So I can, as much as I love, I can go to the other end just as far. So it's like if somebody was to hurt me, or like I said this way before, it's like I'm afraid of heartbreak. Because I'm not sure how I'd fucking respond. I'm not sure how I'd respond. And if have you ever watched Snapped?
No.
You never see? Okay, it's like it's women killers, pretty much. It's Snapped is like a bitch snaps and she kills. And it's like as much as hard as women love and as like deep we can go into love, we can go to the other side. I think just a lot of women don't express it. So when they see stuff like that, maybe that's... I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying like that's possibly what it could be. Because I know I used to watch like Snapped and shit like that, and I would never do it. But I can't say I don't have it in me.
No, I kind of like I've been.
Sorry, I sound a little crazy.
No. I think that makes sense though.
It makes sense, but I also because I met a lot of women like that, and it's almost like they feel empowered when they say, "Hey, I'm a crazy bitch," and you know,
it is and somewhat empowering.
Yeah, it's empowering for them to say to a guy like I have it in me to kill somebody. I'm a crazy bitch, and the guy he's living like a fact-based reality where he's like, you know, like not to get really, you know what I mean, really vulgar or whatever it is, but like. You've been in a place like the army, you know what I mean? And to really, to really be in a situation where
life and death.
Yeah, and you see somebody lose life in their eyes and like you're responsible for their bodies. I don't think women are really thinking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, that's what I said. It's a fantasy. They're most likely never going to act it out. It's still something like I don't think it's not like I'm not proud to feel that way, but it's something that exists inside of me. If I had the capacity to do something, probably could. But I'm not going to act out on it. But you live that through other characters. You see that through other characters. You're probably never going to explore that side of yourself.
Oh, so you're saying that like sometimes somebody like feels so deeply that they're like,
I could chop a person up in little bitsy pieces and I can hide them in my garden and fucking grow flowers on top of them and I would fucking move on.
And I think for a lot of guys, that's like, where am I? That's a little more realistic. Yeah. In my head.
That's what I'm trying to do is like make it make sense for you.
Yeah, in my head, that's really not a fantasy. In my head, that's like
something that can happen.
You have the capacity to do that.
In my head is just like that's a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot to really jump down that rabbit hole and like put yourself in those shoes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't even want to go there. Yeah. To be responsible for a dead corpse. Yeah. And to figure out what you're gonna do with it.
Hence why we
go
never
to work.
And then go.
You have to be a sociopath or a psychopath to actually go through with it. And I feel like people still have those feelings inside of them. Like, just imagine just like being in pain from somebody that you love so deeply that it hurts you so much that, you know how they guys say like, I can't live without you. You know, like people kill each other, like those passion crimes.
I definitely
like,
understand the passion.
That's what I'm saying.
crimes.
Like, it's just like feeling something so deeply that's uncontrollable.
No, I
just feel like women are so emotional that they might not act. They might not act it out. Like it's like, okay, yeah, you're right. If I do this, then what am I going to do next? Because most women aren't thinking rationally or logically about it. It's just like a feeling. it's a deep feeling of like pain, hurt, or whatever the hell it is. It's like, it's just there and it's a feeling. But you know, like it's like as a girl, if I was to actually do that, I'd probably fucking do it and then start panicking and then get caught. And that's what happens to most of these women on Snap.
You couldn't even lie to the police.
Oh, I'm the worst liar in the world. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting knocked. So I'm literally. All right, let's in the shower. Dead ass. Nah, dead ass. And hence why I would never do it. I'm getting caught. And it's just not worth going to jail for. And it's like, so I'm just going to bury this pain down inside. But it's like, I have mental funerals for people every day. I just remember being younger and just having like, knowing I couldn't retaliate, like feeling powerless and knowing I couldn't retaliate against a bully. So in my head, I'm thinking of the worst thing I could fucking do to them.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. All the things you're saying, I get. What still eludes me, remains aloof to me, is just the I dated girls that were like obsessed with
scary movies and
not
shit.
even the movies, the actual, like, if it had anything to do with Michael Myers, Jason.
Oh yeah, I have a cousin who's obsessed with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, like that's big. Like, what the fuck?
Yes, my cousin, my friend, like, my best friend's like that.
Like, I just want to know, like, did you really think this through? Like, this man, like this nigga.
I think it's the characteristics of alpha male.
That would make more sense.
Yeah, like, I think because when you think about Michael Myers, this is so funny. When you think about Michael Myers, he's silent. You know what I mean? He's always calm.
Yo, he walks towards you.
I ain't gonna yell at you. Come back to me when you get your head straight. You know what I mean? He's calm. He's collective. You know what I mean? He's big and tall and strong. You get what I'm saying?
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
So they're really looking at it like it's like some masculine energy type shit.
Like he just needs
like
me
yeah.
Oh, like some Beauty and the Beast type shit.
Like, oh, I can change him.
So it's funny. That's how he wouldn't kill me. He wouldn't kill me. That is too funny.
You gotta be absolutely batshit warped if you think your pussy's so fire. Stop Michael Myers from killing him. I could change that nigga. I can change him. He just need a little love in his life. That's all.
Or I can help him.
Yeah,
he's not gonna kill me.
Yeah, right. That nigga is a psycho.
Stick a knife up your coochie.
Jeffrey Dahmer would have definitely had the whole yams on the fucking stove, my nigga.
Jeffrey Dahmer was gay.
He still would have ate your ass.
But I'm saying he wasn't targeting women.
He wasn't targeting, but if a situation was
he didn't target women at all.
Yeah.
So technically, if you're fantasizing him,
I really wish Dave Chappelle's show was still around.
Yo, for real, the absurdities would be so funny.
It would have been Leonard Washington from Trading Spaces and what's the name? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up. Trying that shit on me, I'll kill you.
That's funny.
But yeah, I think that's it's just Michael Myers possesses this the ultimate alpha personality, the big, strong, quiet man that handles his business.
He sure do.
And he don't be chasing the pussy.
Yeah.
He walks slowly towards it. And that shit runs and trips.
That nigga can't never die either. That shit, I'm sorry, but like I don't know.
I'm not a scary movie person.
Me neither. I think it's corny.
I do like gore and like those like
I like gory movies.
I like gory killer movies, but not like them scary.
I don't like jump scare movies.
Yeah, I don't like.
That's the only thing that's scary.
I like watching a movie like, oh.
Yeah.
See,
I like being grossed out.
The thing about me though is like I like writing. If the writing is ass and it's just gore, it's like, bro, you just want
storytelling's everything.
No, I think storytelling's everything.
Yeah.
My favorite scary movie of all time is Evil Dead, the remake.
The remake, okay.
Yeah. It's a movie about these kids are college kids are chilling in the cabin in the woods.
Okay.
They find this book
Oh yeah.
They find this book written by the devil, whatever, and this dumbass nigga starts reading it.
Yeah,
and it's you know what I mean.
Summoning.
I don't like shit. I don't like shit like that.
Those are the worst kind of movies to watch because you can't really tell
differentiate
if it's real or not.
Yeah,
I
don't like those.
So those are the ones I like.
Yeah,
because if it's like about motherfucking, I won't even say like. Those are the ones I will tolerate because it's like, all right, you want to scare me, right? Tell me some real shit. You want to tell me about motherfucking like. What's the shit? Freddy Krueger and Jason. Like, my nigga, I will wash these niggas, bro. Like,
you think you'll watch Freddy Krueger?
Nigga, I will beat Freddy Krueger's ugly ass up, my nigga. He's not touching me, bro.
I don't like the way he looks. I was terrified of that
He would get every bit of these paws, my nigga. Like, I'll tell you that right now.
You know what never made sense to me? Chucky.
That shit don't make no sense.
Why don't nobody put that nigga, bro?
Dead ass.
Like, just
kick that
nigga, bro. Like,
dead
bro.
ass.
If I feel somebody crawling up me, bro, what is you doing?
As soon as I see, I'm not gonna front. As soon as I see my doll, I didn't put it there.
Oh, he's in the fire.
It's over.
It's in the oven right now, my nigga.
It don't have to wake up. It don't have to like. I'm not gonna.
This nigga is part of a fish fry.
There wouldn't be no. Oh, talk again. Do it again.
Nah, fuck that shit,
my nigga. Why is he talking? Like for real.
Well, like you said,
I'm not bugging.
I know I'm not bugging.
You going in the oven, dog?
Yeah. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving. That. I don't need to tell nobody about it. We don't even have to have a conversation. Did you see that? No. Did you? Let's try. No, nigga. That shit moves, bro. You don't believe me? Don't worry. I'm gonna put it in the oven anyways, my nigga. I don't even need to see it. You come out the room and be like, yo, my nigga, this shit just moved. All right. Put that shit right there, my nigga. Or I'm leaving. Simple as that, my nigga. I just don't understand. Like, any horror movie that have real people in it, especially real black people, it's gonna be a short movie, dogs.
Yeah, because we're not fucking with none of that.
1,000 people died in here. Oh, all right.
See you later.
Going to the next end. That movie's over, bro. Roll the credits.
That's it. That's short ass movie.
Short ass movie. That's what it is. That's why we can't star in no shit.
Nah, I'm not a scary movie person.
Scream is kind of stupid too.
Scream
is OD stupid.
Bro, the first one.
That movie's not even scary.
We gave him a pass. When they started just having like mad copycat killers doing it, like the reasoning behind it was so dumb. I'm sorry. You know what the stupidest scary movie is to me?
What?
Final Destination, dogs. That movie is so fucking dumb.
I enjoyed watching the movie because it's like, how is this person gonna die this time?
Yeah, that's what it's about though. Yeah, it's not the writing. I'm talking about the writing of it, bro. There's one scene that just like I literally got up and walked out when a nigga got in the shower.
Oh, when he got got strangled by the fucking wire.
Did you see the water?
Yeah.
The water moved. Like, what is the bad guy?
Yeah, the water moved.
Who is the bad guy? There's no answer for that.
Yeah.
The water, like.
I never thought about that.
The Grim Reaper.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper is supposed to. It's death. Yeah, death is the bad guy.
Death itself is the
Wasn't
bad
that
guy.
Black guy like death? I never. I was never really into those kind of movies. I'm a comedy.
All that shit did to me is not let me drive behind trucks comfortably.
With the fucking
that's
trees
the only thing, bro. The shit, them trees. If I see a truck carrying something,
new affair unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, just watching them die. Oh god, that sounds crazy. But the deaths were just like the only thing that I enjoyed about those movies.
It was
like how they died.
And it's just like they kept trying to. We gotta beat the loop. We gotta figure out the loop. And
like the second one didn't one get like scrunched by the elevator. That shit was crazy. I just like shit like that.
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
The killing part is always cool. The rest of it's stupid.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's the thing that kind of bothered me. Like The Sixth Sense. And even though it wasn't like a scary movie, that's what I'm saying.
That movie's a good movie. That shit is a mind fuck.
Was a great. Written story. Right. Because you really didn't know this nigga was dead the whole fucking time.
Word.
And then everything made sense.
But then when you watch it over, you're like,
movies like that.
Psychological thrillers.
Movies like that are almost, it's almost like an easy way to make a good movie.
How is it easy though? It's great writing.
No, if I sit down with you, right? And I'm like, yo, before we start making this plot,
this is the ending.
The person is already dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like Fight Club. Like it has to be a good movie.
Yeah, but I think everybody
it's like, wait, what?
The end though.
Because it's a psychological thriller.
He was in his mind the whole time.
Yeah, but that's
it's
dope.
like it's dope, but it's like when you conceptualize the whole story behind the fact that this person isn't in the movie the whole time. Now at the end of the movie, when the viewer finds out he wasn't in the movie the whole time, they want to watch it again, and they already think
so.
It's
You think it's so basically what you're saying? It's like a scam. They did.
It's just, you ever see The Others?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Mother,
I am your daughter.
I am your daughter.
Oh, no,
when they were dead,
The
living in the
family was
house,
dead.
and they were doing a seance, and people moved into the house, and they did not know they were dead.
That's a horrible movie, but everybody's like, "Oh, that's a hot movie."
Because it made you think.
Well, that movie probably was whack, but you
ever seen
Hide and Sixth Sense was bad though?
No,
Hide and Seek?
So that's what I'm saying. As long as the spin at the end, like okay,
I'm telling you, but I'm trying to say that's the easiest way to make a spin. You ever see Memento?
No, I didn't see that
That's a
one.
great movie.
It's just whenever if you make a movie where at the ending you force them to watch that shit again, it's automatically a good movie.
Yeah, you ever seen Hide and Seek?
No, I didn't see that either.
The daughter had like an imaginary friend, and her mom was killed, and the whole time the imaginary friend was her dad's other personality. And her dad was like freaking out. Like in the whole story, you feel bad for him because you're like, what is he going through? Like his daughter's fucking seeing things are happening around his house. And the whole time it was this nigga. It was him. And like the window, the secret window. That's another movie like that with Johnny Depp. Like,
y'all not about to spoil all these good news.
No, I know.
Even though I tell you it, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, the fuck?
I think it's like the oldest trick in the book. It's almost like when a magician does a card trick and you're like, do it again.
You know what I mean? So the twist,
or Weezy spits a hot ass verse, you're like, run that back.
No, okay, so I get that, but there's still certain talents that need to be like, you have to have a good story to keep me captivated to watch to the end. And I feel like there's certain stories that do a really good job.
As long as you follow, what is it, the hero's journey, or the climatic. You're in film school, so you know what I'm talking about. Like the climax,
the hero journey.
Yeah, the hero's journey.
He meets the allies.
Every movie follows that motherfucking sequence.
I get that, but so wait, are you saying that? Are we debating whether it's good writing, or are you saying just that technique?
I think that technique is almost like
it's a general technique.
It's a general technique used to mask the fact that it's a good movie or not. You know, because I seen a bunch of bad movies that use that technique, and I'm like, was that really a good movie? Yeah. Or I just want to watch it again.
I agree,
because they got me.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Now, next time the magician does the card trick, I'm gonna see where he puts that hand, because last time I wasn't looking.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But that's the thing. There are good movies that use the technique, though.
Of course.
Yeah. So that I'm not debating whether that's what I'm saying. Like I just don't. Everybody can't do it. Like
everybody can't do it.
So like this is
because it's like thinking of punchlines.
Yeah, like you got a cheesy ass punchline.
Some niggas can't do punchlines.
Yeah, they can't. Yes, a lot of niggas can't do.
You know what I mean? So it's
who said the corniest punchline ever?
Your man's.
Nah,
Luda.
Oh, I was just some other man's. You know what I mean? But. What he say? Luda got a lot of. He's just animated. He's
like going up like balloons.
Okay,
Yo, Luda was eating a bunch of spaghetti. You know what spaghetti is?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a little cheesy. But I get that.
Every time I hear Ludaverse,
balloon,
spaghetti.
Nah, you know what? There's another drink. Like me and my nigga Diz be talking about this shit. This nigga Luda really started a verse with, "Don't stop, kaboom, baby, rub on your nipples."
Wow. I like that.
But like, it was like what the fuck?
Yeah, what would it possess it?
Yo, like, what made you start the verse like that? What was like, drop, stop, kaboom, baby, rub on your nipple.
There's a lot going on.
Yo, I swear to God, I'm sorry. We just be laughing about some stupid shit. But yeah, man, I do agree. A lot of movies do use that now. Not now, but you know, have throughout time. But I just want, if I'm gonna watch that genre, it needs to be attached to good writing. You can't just milk, like, for instance, Saw, Jason. I think Freddy did, well, other than Freddy versus Jason, but not Freddy really, because the story was good behind Freddy Krueger in the beginning. Michael Myers, Scream. All those movies, the story does not matter to them. It's the obsession with the character. The character is what drives everything. Like, they don't care about the story anymore. It's just like, he's back again, but I killed him 20 years ago. I don't understand. He's coming.
This is a little off topic, but it's interesting that we're talking about this because this is Halloween season.
It is.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
It's Halloween
we're
season.
definitely playing this shit.
And this, like, just personally, this is our season. The Halloween parties we've been to.
I want to go home.
This is
that's so funny.
Freaky season.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
And these are the months that we used to party a lot.
Parties.
Yeah, this is
stupid
this
fucking
is
hard.
This is party
fall
time.
season, we used to party more in the fall than the summer.
Yeah, we used to go nuts in the
Going
Halloween.
stupid. Like, and my birthday's next month too, so it's all like,
it's back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
We party up until like January.
Yeah, we go crazy during this year. And the thing is, like, this is the first time. Well, it's not the first. We about to be 2 years. Yeah, this is like the second time like around. I'm in a relationship now, so it's just like
chilling.
I ain't gonna lie, I do be. The air smells different.
Fun with us?
Yo,
you get the itch. You get the itch.
Yeah, it's just like
it smell like back
crispy
to school.
jeans feel like smell like back to school. Outfits is changing, the colors is changing. Yeah, it's just like, damn, what was I doing?
Time to come on
I feel like I'm supposed to do something. Wait, how does this drink in
I'm
my
not
hand?
gonna front. I ain't gonna front. Like, niggas think that these bitches be out in the summer.
It's right now.
These bitches be out in cuffing season.
Yeah, they on a hunt.
They not playing in cuffing season.
It's hunting season.
They not playing.
Right now, you think you was lit in the summer? Go out to the these girls be online to the club in they same summer dress.
Dead ass.
Yep. They get crazy.
Go ahead, go.
Crazy.
Oh, that's funny.
Shorty be on the line for 20 minutes.
With no stockings
freezing her
on.
ass off.
Freezing her
Big ass
off.
male coat, but she just under that, butt ass naked, just waiting to get in the club. Just waiting to get in the club.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you.
Shut up.
You know, like, you see if you see a girl, some hair sticking out, a big ass snorkel or whatever they wearing today,
Yeah.
you already know what time it is, man.
And if you see a bunkie
Lord,
floating, like she got a floating device under her bubble coat.
She carrying her book bag real low. You know what time it is.
You know what time it is. Shout out to Mitch.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We had a lot of good times. A lot that I don't remember. A lot that I do remind me of.
Right.
Yeah, I told me, well, off-camera combos. You know what I'm talking about? Off-camera combos. You know what I mean? J-Mo go crazy. That's all I'm finna say.
Yo, there's a couple nights where we've been like slumped. And like
pass out in a car.
Our brain just like stopped recording.
Yeah.
But it's called the blackout.
We were just going.
Yep. So it's called the blackout.
Just going. Don't remember everything.
Shit,
I wake up, got my do-rag on.
Yeah.
Like
just you take care of
I brush my teeth, put my do-rag on, just autopilot. Yeah.
I got it from here, Playboy.
Yeah.
You know this nigga.
It's like you passed out in the passenger seat and you driving.
Yeah.
At the same time. It's at the same time.
I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Shut up, I got you, bro. I know what you want to do.
Oh my God.
But fall season was fun, man.
Yeah, it was litty to titty.
It's over? It's over, guys.
I don't know. Are we going? Are you?
Is it over?
Your jersey's on the Raptors. Your jersey.
I'm a commentator now. You know what I mean?
You ever see the Marlon Wayans on the basketball team? What movie was that?
Six Man.
The Six Man. Yeah. You and the Raptors talk about.
Don't worry, my spirit there. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw you that alley-oop, my nigga. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, my nigga. Anton is here.
That's so funny.
Oh man, but baby, I'm coming home.
Anton, you remember?
I'm coming home, baby. I'm only Anton. I ain't in the court.
Helping the nigga dunk.
Y'all are dumb. That's so funny.
Yo. What, like, Sade, right?
Yeah.
Fall season, what does it mean for, like from a woman's perspective?
Fall season?
What does fall mean for girls in the, like, dating market and things like that?
Like you said, it's hunting season. It's rabbit season. Like, you finding somebody to buy your Christmas gift.
Oh, shit.
That's wild.
Yo.
Well, I mean, I'm different, but I'm a girl, so I know girl world. And most girls is hunting season. You trying to find somebody to keep you warm in the wintertime, and buy that Christmas gift is somebody to kiss on New Year's. You gotta lock it in now. Like September, October, you gotta lock it in. You gotta find you're looking for somebody to have matching costumes with on Halloween. Like the summer fling, the end of August, the summer fling's over. So you like, oh, where's the nigga that I'm going? Who's gonna like
cuff me up?
Yeah,
you gonna cuddle with?
It's hunting season. You trying to find somebody?
Gotta find your thunder buddy. You know what I mean?
Dead ass. Someone who's gonna get you a nice gift on Christmas. Somebody who's gonna be up for matching costumes on Halloween. Someone who's the first man to walk through your door on New Year's Eve. That's what you're looking for right now.
So they looking for Tim Daddy in the family.
What? But I like. I don't understand. What I don't understand is how like being a nice guy has turned into being a simp. I don't think a simp is a nice guy. A simp is being a simp
is being a nice guy being nice to a girl that doesn't
respect him.
That doesn't respect him.
But the thing is, the trick about that is he don't fucking respect her either. He just trying to fucking get what he want. He just trying to fuck. Like simps, they just like they're out to meet their needs. So a nice guy and a simp is not the same thing.
But the thing is, like, if she knows what he is, why is she still entertaining it?
Because girls are stupid.
No, I think because she sees the benefits.
Like that's why I said, like a simp relationship is a narcissistic one.
Yeah.
It's everybody's there to get their needs met.
Exactly.
And then we all know that something's going to happen and eventually like he's going to cheat or she's going to cheat and then it blows up. Like simp relationships never work. They never last. That's not a nice guy. Most simps are the fucking most ruthless, nastiest, perpetrating ass niggas. They are the worst. A simp nigga, yo, like they come off as nice guys. Like most of the time the simp nigga, he goes out of his way to like bait you. Like he goes out his way to like you said, a girl can say, oh, I'm not really interested, but he's like, I want that. So he goes out of his way to love bomb her. He goes out his way to like do all this shit to get her in, make her change her mind. She never liked you from get-go, but you adamant about changing her mind. You change her mind, you get with the bitch, and then y'all really don't like each other. You get what you want, so you start doing what you want. She gets bored and starts doing whatever that she wants. All the love bombing goes away. Simps are not nice guys. Most of the time they're insecure. Most of the time they're like super narcissistic, and it's only because they feel like the chase and then getting what they want makes them the man. That's a simp. In my eyes, that's a simp. That's not a nice guy. A nice guy, they do. A nice guy isn't the same as a simp. And I think there's some girls who don't know how to recognize a nice guy and they might see him as a simp and he's just genuinely interested in her. But a nice guy's only gonna like put up with but so much.
Exactly.
A nice guy's gonna be like, I'm a nice guy. I don't deserve this shit. And he's gonna move on. A simp not gonna move on. That nigga's gonna hound you. That nigga's everywhere.
Motherfucking simps, bro. Y'all niggas be fucking it up for everybody else, bro.
Simps are disgusting.
These niggas that, like, if you don't have any respect for yourself and you just lowering your standards just to like, I don't know, for a woman to put their fucking foot on your head or whatever, like, I don't know, bro. Y'all fucking up the rotation, dog. It's like, it's puff, puff, pat. Let me stop. It's just y'all making it so that other niggas that like have to like, y'all fucking it up, bro. The expectations come from y'all because you're doing X, Y,
it's
Z.
the love bombing. It's the love bombing. They set you up real high, but you fall real hard fucking with a simp. You like the crash from fucking with a simp is bad. Like a simp is the type of nigga that like he'll love bomb you and then
what is your definition of love bomb?
Love bombing is just like the nigga that tells you he loves you after like 3 months of knowing you. Love bombing is like constant affection and always like, I just want to listen to you breathe on the phone. My God, like love bombing is like, that shit made me cringe it's like extreme adoration with the intent to manipulate you. That's what love bombing is. It's like, it's a tactic. It's not genuine. We mutually care about each other. I just want to show my appreciation for you. That's not love bombing. Love bombing is ODing on you. And it's like, I want to go out with my friends. So you're like, oh, you don't like me anymore. I'm tired tonight. That's what I'm telling you. Simps are toxic. They're not nice guys. Simps are the worst. And simps don't go anywhere. Like you fuck with a simp once, that nigga becomes an orbiter. He never goes anywhere. Like he's always just waiting for you to break up with the nigga you with, or waiting for you to be post a picture, or waiting for you to fucking be like post something and say you're having a moment, and he just swoops right in and fucking attacks. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this for you. Oh, let's go here. And you'll have a good time with a simp, but that's the tactic. Like simps are fucking dangerous. They are fucking dangerous. And most of the time they're insecure and jealous people. Like that's a nigga, oh, why you wearing that outside? Oh, you can't wear that. Who you wearing that for? Those are simps. That's a simp nigga. A nice nigga's not gonna do that. And then there's the fuckboys, they never act like they like you. Like you know what when you're like dealing with a fuckboy, you know he's a fuckboy. And you just like, I don't care. But a simp make you think that nigga cares. He's very good at acting like he cares. And then as soon as shit isn't going in the way he thought it would go, or he's like sees something else he likes, he fucks it up.
With that said, that's another episode of the IC. We'll be back to you, brother. Yeah.
We coming for you, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.